My name is Vincent Wong. I am a young 42, going to be 43 years old. I known Jason and Kelly for a while. Went to high school with Jason actually, and reconnected with him. So it's been a long time. I am a dad of two girls. I work for Panda Express corporate office. I'm a property manager for them, so I oversee their stores, travel, and work from home. And I'm very active though. I'm very active. I like to do jiu-jitsu, swim, basketball, anything that I can do outdoors, and so I can stay healthy for my kids. It made me care a little bit more about my health, just so I can just play with my kids as they got older, as they get older. And so I know that I'm going to be there, like, to just go on adventures with them. So health is very important in that aspect, more now than ever. Take them to the park, make sure they go to jiu-jitsu class, road trips, travel with them, just making them see the outdoors, because they're also active too. So I think that played off with myself and my wife. I stopped doing that because my oldest, I started doing that when she would spar, and then she'd look at me and say, "Stop that." So I stopped because it was distracting her. So yeah, but yeah, I don't think I should be any of the dad coach, like on the sideline. I'd be the worst. Swimming. So they love swimming. We do that. We go to the beach a lot. They're not into hiking yet. I think it's too long for them. Amusement parks, stuff like that. But mostly water-based activities. I threw out my back long time ago playing basketball. Trying to find a good PT. This was back in like 2008. And then I found Jason way back when he used to have his office out in Arcadia. Looked him up. I said, "Hey, what's up? Good to see you again." And he nursed me back to health. Took about a year and a half, but I had a slipped disc. I had a fracture in my low spine too as well. But everything was through physical therapy. No surgery. Just followed Jason's protocol, step by step. And in that way, I'm very diligent about fitness and just health in general. So if I got a program, I would stick to it. It was good for like 2 years. Then I had kids, and then taking care of babies, picking them up every now and then, not really working out a lot. And then I threw out my hips, like went through the wayside somehow when I was doing like remodel in the house. And then found Jason them in the new spot, and then he's like, "Oh, we have Dr. Shayna. Why don't you go ahead and see her?" So did that. Been here for, I don't remember how long since my hip stuff, but like half a year, because it's been on and off. Saw Dr. Shayna kind of reworking, not being so tense. And I think a lot raising kids, got me very like, oh, I'm always on the go. I'm always like watching out, making sure that they're safe. So I think it was always a lot of tense muscles that kind of like drove for my body to snap, but not in a bad way, but just, that was a breaking point. So I came here. I think because I knew who Jason was from high school. I knew his background. I knew that he cared a lot about his patients. And then when I first went in with him, I remember clearly. He listened very well to my concerns, asked about my personal life, right? And then which exercises, or just the road to recovery, right? Laid out a path for me. So I understood clearly like what to do, how to integrate that with my everyday living, which made it easier. Instead of, there's other places out there, because I do have Kaiser, right? But I've been through the Kaiser PT program, before I saw Jason, and it didn't do anything for me. Like they just gave me a sheet of paper, they printed it out, and I did it, and I was like, I wasn't getting any better. So that's why I sought Jason out, and then having him, walk me through more detail into like what was happening, and like actually caring about my well-being. That's what brought me back to him at his new location with Dr. Shayna, and then knowing that I'd be in good hands, with the team that he's built here. And I've referred a lot of people here too as well, like a lot, because I believe in what Jason and HealthFit does for patients, and I always put you guys, you're always my top recommended like PT on the list if my friends or anyone lives in the area, you know. So she always asks, you know, how you doing? You know, what's been going on during the week? You know, very personable first, just to kind of get a sense of like where my body's at, right? Which is very important. And then working through things that I might have concerns with, or I might feel like, oh, you know, I think something's off. And then she'll work, you know, do some nice, you know, soft body tissue work to get me acclimated to the session. And then after that, we go over movements that I want to either get better at, or something that I am doing in my, you know, everyday life that I just want to hone in on and kind of, I'm a perfectionist, so I want to perfect, you know, that movement and stuff that I'm doing outside of like work or outside of the house. So, and then she takes me through that, goes through it, cues me, you know, in a way where I can understand it, right? Not so mechanical and robotic, but more she relates it to what I can understand, you know. So I'm very you know, hyperactive. I'm a very tense person. So, you know, when I do come in here, I'm either, she could tell like I had a rough week, right? So she helps talk me through it, you know, almost like a psychiatrist, right? So I'm getting like the best of both worlds, right? But she helps me kind of like hone in on that emotion, right? Because emotion affects your physical well-being, right? So she helps me hone in on that, change my mindset, and then I'm able to do the things with her in regards to movement to help me feel better. So that's how she works, and I think that's worked for me like immensely. Catching myself where it's like it's a situation where I might feel like, oh no, it's coming again, or like I'm gonna get hurt again. You know, I think back at our sessions and what we've talked about, and kind of like try not to have my neurological system like kind of react, and put myself in a fight or flight mode. That's how it's helped me. With my kids, yeah, I'm a little bit more patient now. You know, really definitely trying to be more patient with them just in general, so I don't like kind of freeze up my body like prior. And with work stuff, I know if I'm at my desk too long, to get up, move around, you know, so just more aware of like how my body's feeling. Like I'm more in tune with it now than before. I always go back to it's like a big family here. Like they really care about their patients, you know, and their well-being. And then I know you guys don't want us forever, you know, but I keep on coming back. But, you know, I think they want, you know, they really care about that, like just moving on, right? And taking the tools that they've given their patients, so they could use those tools in the way that we were taught by the team, and not to have you guys like, you know, hold their hand all the time, right? You eventually want their patients to move on and like be in control of like, you know, their health and well-being. But always come back, you know. I know you guys are always welcoming back your patients and stuff like that, but yeah. Well, you know, I read this study recently that there's 2 age cliffs in the human body. I don't know if it's true or not, but there's one at 44, right, which I'm coming up on, where your body starts to get that full age cliff on like bone density, starts to go more musculature, right? And then the second age cliff is at 60, right? So 16 years apart. So I'm coming up on 44. So my goal for the next step for Vincent is, for these next 16 years, is to be like super, super, super strong by the time I'm 60. So I don't have that second age cliff. I'm gonna prevent it. That's my goal from what I learned here. Yes, I would definitely recommend other people to come to HealthFit because, as I mentioned before, they really care about their patients. Like, I feel safe when I come here. You know, I know that I'm going to be in good hands, and I think that's what's really important, you know. So, yeah. I don't know any. He was a year older than me, but no, I don't know any funny stories. I know Jason's just, you know, he's a good guy, you know. He's a good dad. He's goofy. I think that's why I get along with him, because I'm goofy too. I might not show it here as much, but you know, I'm careless, carefree, not careless. Sorry, carefree. I'm carefree. And, you know, I'll be silly. I just don't care.
Hey, if you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification for our latest tips coming to you every week. Share this video with your family and friends. It might just make their day a little bit better. I'll see you soon.